Hello everyone, it's me again, Nancy Finch, doing tea with Nan. And this week I've got a nice flowery cup to remind me of what the flowers are going to look like in the garden when they come up in the spring. I hope you're all okay. Anyone that's on there, just say hi and I shall mention your name and talk to you and make you feel happy and inspire you. So, yes, Monday, 12 o'clock. So much going on, isn't there? Yes, everyone's running around. I've already been into town today and everyone's sort of a bit busy. And of course we're going to be this time of year because we're all trying to get back into a nice feeling of family and support and all those things that we missed and that we're trying to really enjoy again. So yeah, we're all trying to kind of regroup ourselves a bit, aren't we? And so this week we're talking about Christmas stress. Well, that's quite an issue, isn't it? Loads of stress. Well, people tend to feel they put stress on themselves, don't they? We all do it. We all do it. We think, oh, well, I must get that job done and I must get that job done. I must be okay for the family there and organise this and sort that. And without realising it, the stress builds up inside ourselves. Starts in our heads, of course, and then it moves down into our body's energies, which I talk about all the time. So when we get stressed, the thought goes right the way down and it affects these energies here that I'm always going on about. Stress affects the main center there, okay? So this is the solar plexus area, and what it does is it kind of sets off the adrenal levels and all of those fight and flight reactions, okay? Hi Dave, you're the first person on here today. It's nice to see you. It's nice that you joined me. Everyone's so busy, I think they mostly forget. Bless them. I don't blame them because everyone's trying to fit everything in, that's the thing. So how are you, Dave? Are you okay? Oh, Irene, good morning or afternoon. It's just 12 o'clock. Julie, hello, sweet. It's lovely to see you on here. It's nice that you remembered I'm here to inspire you for a Monday, because Mondays, as you know, are my favourite days. Anything can happen. And I know that most people dread Mondays because they think, oh, another week. But if you think of it differently and you think of it as a new opportunity to create yourself again, if you like, to change old habits so that you've got the control that you need over your life and the direction you need. So you might have a new idea on a Monday that you follow through with a little bit of positivity that can flourish and make you happy and, you know, create good results. I've done that already this morning. So I'm always a great believer in the law of attraction. And if you think about what you want but don't think how, you can basically attract it to you. Kev, oh, that's nice. Kev Taylor is watching. Hello, Kev. It's nice that a few fellas are on here as well, because you see men and women get stressed. You know, it's so much going on. Yeah, all looking fine. Looking good, Nancy. Thank you. Thank you, Dave. Do you like my earrings? These are my jolly earrings for Christmas. My inner child insisted on putting them on today. I wasn't going to put them on because they jangle such a lot, but I thought, well, why not? It's Christmas. And we haven't had a chance to really be silly or to be less serious, have we, really? Everyone's been so serious the past few years, or a couple of years, because we've all had good reason to. But now, let's just be a little bit more playful. Let's just learn to override stress. And we've got lots of different things I'm going to talk about with stress, because although I only basically compiled it a couple of minutes ago. But basically, there are a few talks I've done that are really good to help stress, so help to calm the central nervous system. We need to do that, otherwise we cause a lot of acid in our tummy, we cause a lot of physical imbalance in here. That can easily happen. So when we're stressed, our spine gets rigid, our muscles get rigid, all the trier nerves down your spine all lock up a little bit, you know, they all get tense, and you'll notice more aches and pains in that area, all down your spine, or perhaps just in your tummy area. You might just notice that little fist is sort of forming in there. And we don't need that. We can actually do every job we want to do without the stress. People think they've got to be stressed to achieve, but you haven't. All you've got to do is intend and perhaps use a different intention, different outlook to it. So recognizing that you're stressed is good. You might not even recognize it, but if you do recognize it, then go to one of my talks and think, well, I'm going to use that tool, that emotional tool, to steady, to calm, to ground. Okay, there's another one actually I didn't put on my list here about grounding, but you can ground yourself from all the stress as well. That's another one I think I'll introduce you to as I get to it, because I've got so many, haven't I? So yeah, grounding is really good. Some people actually do a lot of grounding anyway. They go in the garden. Oh, hi, Suzanne. So a lot of people do the grounded exercise I suggested, because if you've got an imbalance or stress or worry, you can go in the garden, you can take your shoes off. And yes, I know it's cold, but it's good for you for a moment. If you can't manage it without something on your feet, then you can put socks on or something, but you will connect to the ground. Try not to put shoes on, because that does insulate you. But if you go out in the garden and take away that feeling and move it down through your body, then you're in a good place of controlling that. You can breathe in a new feeling of calm or whatever it is you want. It might be being in control, it might be satisfaction, it might just be peace, whatever you need. So how to stay grounded is a really good one to look at, and it's number 25. So as I say, it shows you how to take away imbalance, how to take in new energy from the ground, and it's a very simple action. So that's a nice one you can do if you find yourself getting a bit wound up for Christmas, and I've got all this to do and I got that and I got that, what am I going to do? This might be a good way of just steadying your feelings, okay? And to release. It's a mindful release. So, okay, that's the one. I wasn't going to mention that one. I almost forgot about that one. But we've got others I can talk about. And so the first one I would use, if I got stressed about something, I would probably think, how can I detach from that? So one of my best ones I like to use is Sorted Sunshine, which is about detachment and trust. So anyone wants to go on that, it's number 2. It's where you have an idea, an image of yourself, if you like, a inner child image with a higher self image, and you let the inner child's feelings and thoughts is what you're having on a current level now, on the conscious level. So those were going to be represented by the inner child, and the higher self is going to take over from you. That part of you, that subconscious part of you, is going to take over and help to make that happen, help to create whatever the inner child wants. So if you wanted something and you need to detach from it so you're not overthinking, which is what happens when we get stressed. So Sorted Sunshine is one of my favourites for that. So it's a way of just going, oh, it's like having a big sister do all the work. She can do it, he can do it. So, or a big brother in some men's case. So basically Sorted Sunshine is one of my favourites because it's a very quick and easy acknowledgement, action, detachment. You get out of your own way and you trust a part of you. And then when that happens, you're so grateful to yourself because you realise you're actually a team with yourself. That part of you recognises and supports yourself. So that's always a good thing. And the more you do it, the more you'll want to use Sorted Sunshine. Okay, it's a very nice one. Number 2. And so that's for detachment and to trust yourself. Half the time when we get stressed, it's because we're not trusting ourselves. We don't trust we're enough. We don't trust we're going to handle that situation well. Or something on the outside is going to affect us. Fear can make us feel that way. Fear we're not in control. So Sorted Sunshine will take that away because it just gives it up. It's a great feeling not to have it in your head and affecting your body, okay? Sorted Sunshine is really good to make you feel powerful. So that's one of the reasons why I use it a lot. If I've got to do anything, just in case on a subconscious level, which you know is a massive part, just in case I was about to sabotage that somehow and not want to, but do it because of old patterns, I would just use Sorted Sunshine to make sure that I've set a strong enough intention and detachment. That's where Cosmic Ordering comes in as well, because you'll either have the solution come up to your consciousness or something will come into your consciousness from the outside. So solution really is what you're ordering. So it might be getting that job done. It might be getting that shopping done. It might be choosing the right present for somebody. And this is all about Christmas stress. So this is why we're talking about it. But you can use this Sorted Sunshine anytime for anything. Okay. So if you listen to that, it does explain a lot more how you can use it. But how you can use it on this particular time of year is that you could think, I've got that job or that present to buy or got to find the money for that. Hi, Annie. Nice to see you, darling. I didn't know you'd be on here today. I thought you'd be down the allotment. So we're talking about stress and how we can get over it at Christmas. And basically, Sorted Sunshine is one that you can say, right, that part of me is going to get that right. That part of me is going to take away the stress and just allow lots of love. Thank you, Annie. Just allow the solution to pop in or the result that we want. This is what we want. And it's amazing how it works. I use it a lot. It's a very quick and easy way. The second one I've got is the wheel, and everyone loves the wheel because the wheel, hi Sonia Marie. The wheel is very easy. Now I talk about the wheel a lot. It's number 7 on my list. the reason why I talk about the wheel is because you can put anything inside it. So it can be used for so many things. So if in the morning, perhaps you've got a busy day and you've got lots to do, so many people to deal with or whatever. Hi, Sonia. So basically, you could go into the wheel. It shows you how you get with the breath into the wheel. You create what you want in the hub of the wheel. Okay? And so in this case, what we would create for Christmas stress is we'd create calm, control, wouldn't we? We'd have intention. So we'd have like in that wheel, that's inside ourselves, that we're feeling protected from this stress, okay? In the wheel, you could have a feeling of in control, satisfaction. You could put satisfaction in there. You could put, oh, there goes a big plane. Oh, that is a big helicopter, actually. That's massive. Bit of interruption outside the window. So you could put in there peace of mind. You could put in there trust, or whatever you feel you need to get away from that stress. What is causing the stress? The opposite of that stress can go in here. And what you're doing with that is you're creating a feeling of having that. Okay, and that's going to help your adrenals, it's going to help your whole body calm down, and it's going to help, by the law of attraction, to attract what you want into your life. Hi, Nikki. Happy Monday to you too. I love Mondays. As I say, they're great days to start the week and to start your life again. It's like a new beginning, isn't it? So I hope you're having a good day, Nikki, so far. I am. So, Sorted Sunshine, the wheel. The wheel, as I say, create what you want, ingest it, take that feeling into you. If you take it into you for more than 17 seconds, it is locked into your body's chakras. It's locked into the law of attraction. And there's if you want to know more about that, you can always contact me and I can explain how that works exactly. But it is still very good for you to have those feelings and to breathe them in and then to take them out into the consciousness again. It's a really nice action, because when you do an action, your conscious brain thinks that something is going on and something's changing. So it gives you that feeling, oh, I've done that now. And so it gives you detachment from the stress, which is really cool. So that is what we want. So we've got Sorted Sunshine, the wheel. And another one I like using, but I don't use as much now because I don't need to, because the more you use the cross it out one I'm about to suggest, the less you're going to need to use it. So cross it out was one of the things I created a long time ago to cross out worry. So no, I'm not having that thought, I'm having that thought. And it's detachment again, and it's about getting rid of worry. So a lot of people, they go down the worry track, if you like, get on that worry train and down they go. And they're thinking of one thought, and this thought, what happens if this happens? And what happens if this happens? And then that might happen, and then that might happen. Before you know it, you're rolling around. All those thoughts are going into one big messy place, and you're not really feeling very good, because worry takes down, not only does it take down, affect your central nervous system, but it really takes down your main battery. So these aren't good to go down, because you need that main battery to keep you strong and to give you energy. So we need to cross the worry out, and we have to detach. That doesn't mean we're not going to do something about whatever the problem is. It means that we're going to cross out that worry in our minds. No, not having that. I'm going to focus on the thing I want, not the thing I don't want, okay? Because the more you focus on the thing you want, the more energy you're giving that, and the better you're helping yourself to stay well, because those energies naturally stay open where they should be. And if they go close to the body because they're restricted, then you don't feel well somewhere in your body, and that'll be your evidence. So crossing it out is a really good thing. And although your conscious brain will go, I can't do that, I can't cross that out, I've got to do something about it, because that's where we think we're in control. Your conscious brain will argue with you, but if you did it anyway, your subconscious believes you. And for 17 seconds, you're focused on what you want, not what you don't want. And that's where you focus. And believe it or not, it does make you feel better. And when I've seen it happen so many times that it stopped me worrying when things start to happen in my favour. And I think, well, that happened. Well, I crossed that out and I had that result. Wow. And then the more you do it, the less likely you're going to even need that exercise, because you just won't worry. You'll either trust yourself or just fall into place, or you use one of the other exercises I've got. I hardly ever use cross it out now, but I used to use it every day, all day long, because I was the world's worst worrier. So that's number 9, if you want to look at that. It will stop you from worrying. It'll certainly help you. It helped me. Hi, John. Nice to see you. What's he say? Yes, it does. It does make sense, doesn't it? Yeah, worry and stress. We don't just have it at Christmas, we have it at other times of the year. But Christmas kind of compounds it all, doesn't it? Kind of squeezes out those feelings in ourselves that we've been laying dormant with, for years. Sometimes we don't realize we're holding on to that stress inside, and we cover it up, and then certain situations come along and it squeezes that feeling to the surface, and that's why we have to deal with it. It's a good thing, really, because then we can change it, can't we? So what have we got next? We've got, so cross it out's a good one. Stretching time's a nice one as well. How many of you have got to do this, all at the same time? Or you think you've got to, you work all day, or you've got plans and you've got that afterwards, and how can I fit it all in? That's going to cause you stress if you think you haven't got enough time, right? So what you do with this stretching time, it's number 17, it shows you how to relax. So with that one, again, it's a hand one, because it's very nice to do an action, as I keep saying. I think all of them are actually today. Yeah, they're all hand ones. Well, there you go. You've got different practicing exercises you can do. So this one I do use a lot if I find I'm really busy and I've got so many things to fit into one day or week or whatever. So you take a bracket of time. It could be like half an hour, it could be an hour, it could be a week. You might want to be it longer. I don't know. You want to stretch your time. You want to make more of your time. So if you want to make sure your day is easy, well, take it for the day. So this is my day so far, and I might have 3 hours before I've got to go to work and I want to fit loads of stuff in. Okay, or you might be at work and you want to get loads of work done, whatever. So you're taking that bracket of time, we'll call it half an hour. And I want to make that half hour feel like 3 hours. Okay, because lots of different ways you can use this. So forgive me for going all over the place with it. But half an hour, take that half an hour, deep breath and stretch it. And you're taking it, as you breathe out, you're taking that consciousness, that intention out. You're just stretching it like chewing gum. There you go. And now that half an hour is 2.5, 3 hours, whatever you want it to be. I've done this when I'm going to be late for something. And I thought, stop rushing around, because that momentum of rushing around is going to create more chaos. By the law of attraction, it does. And it creates chaos inside your body and your mind. And then it locks you into a very small place of happiness because you're just running on auto, really. So what we need to do is stretch time so we can breathe. And so we can emotionally breathe as well, because we need to emotionally breathe when we find we're running really quickly through our day. So you can use that exercise. If you go into it, you can use it to make a good thing last longer as well. So if you were having a lovely time and you don't want it to stop, you're having a party or you're having friends or you're having a really nice day with somebody, you can make that day feel like it lasts forever. You can make it stretch to double the amount of time that you've experienced. And if you're not happy about something, you can actually shrink time. That's another thing you can do with it, because it's not really, time's not real, it's linear. And we'll find out more about that when you listen to my talk. So that's stretch time number 17. And what that does, it really helps you to relax. Because now it's like having another day off. And you've got all day to do whatever you want. And that pressure is gone. And when the pressure's gone, it's really good for you. Because then you can think better. And you can get more done. Ironically, by relaxing, you can actually achieve more. Great. So that's nice. Stretch time's a good one. What we got next? Still your waters. Number 21. What I do with this is, as I showed you last week, it's good to calm your mind down. So you take another breath, because that's really lovely, it's intentional, and you imagine that the day is all chaotic, whichever one of these you want to use actually, but this one works for a lot of people actually, because all their emotions or their people around them or their tasks to do feel like choppy waters. So you imagine the choppy waters are there, and you imagine your hands are above them, okay, above choppy waters. And you take a deep breath and you push your hands across. As you still the waters, you're calming the waters. It's a bit like going into the wheel. When you go into the wheel, you're taking yourself into a detached place. When you're doing the water, you're just calming. And you're imagining that the energy from your hands is just soothing the water down. And when you soothe the water down in your mind, you're just imagining it, okay? And you're doing that, and you're just calming your whole central nervous system by doing it. And then imagine that it's so still now that the water that you're looking into, you can see your face, and you're calm and you're still. How lovely is that? And that's going to give you respite. So supposing some of you were like, I don't know, really busy with work, jobs, doing something, and you think, oh, I'm feeling tense inside, you could just take a breath and do that. And imagine your whole body is that calm, like you're calming the water. Your body's made up of water. So you're kind of calming the whole body down, and you're calming. The vibe that comes out of you when you do that is calm. So people around you will feel calm because you have just calmed your own self down with the waters, you see. So it's a good image to go with because you're mindful of it. Some people can even just, stink full of water, just putting their hands above it will actually make them feel like it's more real. If you have trouble visualizing, then you could actually get a bowl of water, if you like, I don't care, and put your hands just above it and imagine that it was choppy and now it's still. So there's lots of ways you can use that. Number 21. So, and the last one I'm going to show you is really, really nice. It's for my inner child and your inner child. It's a way of feeling in control when you're stressed, because quite often we don't feel in control till we get a result. And when we get a result, we think, oh, well, I've managed to get that done, and that's done, and that's done. Then you feel in control because you see evidence. But this little exercise is well done me. And it's based on looking at what you've done in the day or the week or whatever, or the past, doesn't matter when, the time frame. And you celebrate 5 things that you've done right. It's called Well Done Me. And some of you will know it on here. And it's number 18. And it's about feeling a celebration, control, comfort, support, all those feelings. I've left this one to the last to show you because it's one I really love using, because I was always disconnected from my inner child, and now I'm not, because now I'm aware of what she feels. And so I congratulate myself and support myself to keep my emotional balloon high. That's what we all have to do. Any one of my tools will do that. And this particular tool is really good for celebrating, for being mindful for a moment of 5 things. So you get your dominant hand and you're counting on your less dominant hand. Hi, Katie. Oh, lovely to see you, darling. So you count on your left hand, if it's left dominant. I'm getting tongue-tied. So I'm going to count on this hand 5 things that little Nan has done right. And so that's what you do. Hi, Jane. Nice to see you. Happy Monday to you, darling. So well done me is what you say to your inner child on your less dominant hand. Well done me for, it could be getting out of bed if you didn't feel like it. It could be, I don't know, paying a bill or making a list or anything. It could be big, small, anything at all. It could be saying something, helping somebody. It could be looking after yourself. It could be anything at all. Something you bought, a present you bought that you're pleased with. It could be just handling life today. Any little or big thing, well done me, 5 times. Then after you've done 5, you clap, well done me, and you hold. You just hold your inner child. You're holding your inner child to say, well done, I'm in control. I've done that bit and I've done that bit. And you feel a feeling of celebration. And that celebration automatically lifts your balloon, your emotional balloon. And it makes you feel safe. And it makes you feel calm and supported and nurtured and loved. And that's a nice feeling to have when you hold your own hand. So what you're doing is there's a bit like 2 little heartbeats in here. The little tiny chakras in your hands. They're almost like 2 little heartbeats merging, and you're holding your inner child's hand. And you're looking at what you've done to attract more success around you and to give you that feeling of being in control and calm and support. So well done for anything. It could be today, it could be yesterday, it could be last week. It could, if you struggle, think about what you did any time that you did anything right. Maybe a few years ago. Well done for that. Well done. Really feel it and touch each finger as you do it, because it's really nice to connect. So you're celebrating mindfully, well done me, and hold. Okay, and that's on number 18. So it explains how to do it a little bit more. So if you forget what I've just said, look it up. It's really good. I love it. I do it all the time because it gives me a feeling. I mean, Sorted Sunshine gives you a feeling of detachment and your higher self can do the job. But when you've done it, you could go well done me and link them together, couldn't you? You could have that bit of order, intention. And then once you've got what you want, you can go, I did that, well done. So it's just another way of tuning into yourself, your inner child. All those feelings that you're having is kind of represented by that part of you. So you're going to, well done, congratulate, and help support that part of you and hold. Lovely. So I really love doing that. it's very good because within 10 minutes of doing that, and I've timed it with all my clients as well, this area here opens up. That means that if you were stressed and you didn't know it, just by doing the well done me, it opens that chakra, makes you feel in control, happy. It makes you happy. Happiness opens that one and this one, okay? And it actually makes you feel happy because you feel like, well, I'm not a victim of life anymore. I can take control over it. I'm doing something about my life. So well done me celebrates the little things to attract the bigger things that you want to attract into your life. The whole thing is much easier. Everything you're focused on is easier to do when you're in a place of celebration because you're higher, emotionally higher. And from there, you can see much more. It's a bit like going above the canopy. You can see more of life, what you want to go, where you want to go, what you want to do. You're free from the stress. When you're stressed and worried, you can't see very much. It's like being in a gutter and all you see is the ground. You need to be up here. You need to be so you can see where you're going and what you want. You can see the world. You'll be happier. It's lovely. So that's where you need to go, up here. No matter what's going on around you, you need to be here to cope with whatever's going on, okay? I do the well done me in the mirror, says Irene. That's really good. Well, that's a great way because that way you're still connecting. You're looking at your eyes. You're looking at your inner child. Well done me. You're doing the hands as well, I presume, because it's the hands as well, the tactile thing that's really good. But if you're doing it in front of the mirror, that's really powerful because you're connecting to yourself. And you don't even have to do the hands in the mirror to make it work, as you might not want to. You might be sort of just thinking, I'm just going to look in the mirror and say, well done me 5 times. That will work too. But if you do, try and give yourself a hug as well, because it's really good for your inner child to know that she feels that part of you, he or she will feel much more grounded and safe because they feel that, you know, you've got the steering wheel in life, you know. So some of the, most all these talks are from my book, and you can find them on my website, www.nancyfinch.co.uk. If you want to talk to me about any of the things that perhaps I could help you with, if you had an issue I could perhaps direct to talk to you, then you can email me on nancyfinch@hotmail.co.uk, which is really good, or here, you can talk to me on here. If you're watching later on when I put this on YouTube, please like, subscribe and share. And you can share this on Facebook, guys. You can share this with all your friends and family. I want to inspire people to go onto the website, to listen to all the meditations, to feel in control, to feel inspired, to feel they have a choice. It's coming from my book, The Choice is Mine, when it eventually gets written. And when it's out there, people are going to really love it. But these talks and these exercises and the meditations, they all help people to be more themselves without the external stress and worry that we allow into our minds, that we've had for a long time, that we may have got so used to feeling every year, we don't think we can change it, but we can. So have a think about that. Try one of these lovely exercises, see how you feel, come back with your feedback, and then any stressful situation you have, you can just simply calm yourself and be in control. And by the law of attraction, because you're calm, you're less likely to attract any more stress from the outside because you've just suddenly taken control of you. Now, we can't take control of other people, but we can take control of ourselves. And even if that feels really odd at first, the more you do it, the better and easier it gets. Okay? So I can't believe we've had half an hour again. So just before I go, I'm going to probably talk about, next week, I'm going to be on here again 12 o'clock, and I'm going to be talking about how you take better care of yourself at Christmas, okay? What nurturing things you could do for yourself. Now I've just given you how to detach from stress, you know, that's great. But I want you to sort of think about, well, how do you take care of yourself when there's a lot of demands around you? And we're getting closer and closer to Christmas, and people want this one to be great because they've been denied so many meetings and family lovely parties and stuff like that. People have missed each other, and so now this is why it's so important that we avoid what we used to feel when we have these events now. Okay, I remember once I was in Asda going shopping, and I remember the stress many years ago, all the Christmas stress and people hustling and pushing their trolleys into each other. What's that? I love Still the Water, she says, helps me calm down a lot. Oh, thank you, Julie. That's so lovely. And yes, I'll let you know when the book's written eventually. It will probably get done next year, but I'll let you know straight away. So going back to that story, I was in the middle of Asda and everything was really busy. And I thought, oh, at the time, I just wanted to escape that. And some people don't like, they get panic attacks, for instance, when they go into places like that, you know. So I put myself in an emotional place of stillness inside with a wheel. And I just stayed calm and peaceful. And the vibe that I felt affected everyone around me. And everyone was less hassled. It's really weird how our vibe affects other people, but it's true. So I did that. And I remember even when I got to the checkout, I felt so calm. And everyone around me seemed to calm down. Have you noticed that when people get stressed, another person will get more stressed, and another person, the vibe spreads. It's very contagious, not good for you. Irene said she's on her own at Christmas and been for several years, but quite happy about it. Oh, Irene, that's lovely. You're definitely your own cake. That's one of my talks I talk about. When you're happy being with you. Such a beautiful place to be. I've had to learn how to do that myself. But we've all got people with us one way or the other, okay? I'm going to just do a card for you because my spirit guides said I had to do a card before I finish today. This is for every one of you that's listening and looking at me and wondering what she's doing with all these cards. I'm just going to pick one for you to think about. This is one that I need to talk to you about besides the talks I've given you today, okay? So I'm going to pick one for you. Harmony. There it is. Okay, so harmony. This is a bit like, it goes really nicely with today actually, because harmony is a bit like everything's in harmony now. Whatever isn't in harmony, tell yourself it is. Tell yourself you welcome harmony into your life. I welcome harmony. I am harmony. I'm in harmony with myself and others. That's kind of like the still waters thing, isn't it? I mean, you can think about it. Harmony could be like a set of scales, couldn't it? So there the set of scales are going up and down and up and down. Well, let's have harmony. So let's imagine those scales are now harmony. They're balanced. It's a form of balance when we're in harmony, isn't it? So I hope you can use that one until next week. Contact me if you need to, but please have a little go at those exercises. If you feel inside you that you're getting a little bit stressed, then a little bit of anxiety, then use one of those things. Get into the wheel, or sort it sunshine, that part of you can sort it, and enjoy what I've given you today, because there's so many more actually. Go to my talks and have a little look round to see. In my talks on my website, I've got them colour coded now, so go to the yellows. All the yellow talks are the ones you need, okay? Anyway, I think I've waffled on enough, and thank you for being with me with Tea with Nan. I will be putting more Nan talks on my website soon, hopefully today or the next couple of days. And enjoy the week, and keep your emotional balloon high, everyone, and give yourself a big hug from me. Lots of love to everybody. I hope you all stay well and happy, okay? Keep that high, keep that emotional balloon high. Don't allow worry into your head or into your body, okay? Or stress. Oh, thanks, Suzanne. Take care, everybody. Thanks for the smiley faces. Give yourself a big hug. And thank you, Julie. She gives lots of love. Thank you very much, guys. Oh, yeah, you've got to have a cup of coffee, Annie. I'm giving you all a big hug right now. Hope you can feel it. Oh, thank you, Irene. Big hug to you and Tigger. See, you're not alone. You've got Tigger. Great. Oh, thank you, Helen. Nice to see you on here. Thank you, Annie. Lots of love. Big hearts to you too. Okay, so I shall see you next Monday. Thank you, Nikki. I could go on all day, couldn't I? I love it. I hope I've inspired you a little bit, guys, because I like to inspire myself every day. That's what I do. And if I can, then I'm happy. So, as I say, namaste, lots of love, and I'll see you next Monday at 12 o'clock. And please share this with your friends and family, because there might be something I can do to help them. Okay? Take care, everyone. Lots of love.